Why does a brick fall down not sideways? Why does a truck take longer to stop than a bike? Why can a tiny bolt hold two massive steel plates together? 5 simple words control all of this: space, time, mass, particle, force. These are the building blocks of engineering reality. If you don't understand these 5, you cannot understand structures. Today, I'll break them down simply. By the end, you'll see construction sites differently. Let's build from the ground up. First, space. Simple explanation: space is where things exist. Technically, it's a 3-dimensional region defined by length, width, and height. Surveyors and architects use coordinate systems to fix position. Without space, there's nowhere for a building to rise. Second, time. It tells us when something happens and how long it takes. Concrete needs time to gain strength. Vehicles need time to stop. In mechanics, time is a scalar quantity. It allows us to analyze motion, which is just a change in position over time. Third, mass. It tells us how much matter is inside an object. A brick has less mass than a concrete block, meaning it has less resistance to motion. Technically, mass represents inertia. From Isaac Newton's second law, force equals mass times acceleration. More mass means more force is needed to move it. Fourth, particle. We treat objects as particles when we ignore their size and shape to simplify calculations, like analyzing a truck as a single point. Use the particle model when size is negligible, like projectile motion. Use rigid body when the object's shape, like a bending beam, actually matters. Finally, force. It's a push or a pull, whether it's you pushing a cart or gravity pulling a heavy concrete slab downward. Force is a vector quantity that produces acceleration. Measured in newtons, it's the heartbeat of structural design. In engineering, we track 5 main forces: tension, compression, shear, bending, and torsion. Just remember the mnemonic, TCSBT. Keep these formulas close: velocity, acceleration, force, and weight. Remember, gravity G is approximately 9.81 meters per second squared. For the India context, these principles are formalized in IS 456 and IS 875. These are your Bibles for structural safety. In the field, space is used for layout marking and column positioning. Engineers use total stations to fix these coordinates exactly. Time is used for project scheduling and concrete curing. QA/QC checks these curing days before any formwork is removed. Masses drives dead load calculations and equipment selection. A crane's capacity depends entirely on the mass it's designed to lift. What happens if you ignore these? Ignoring time leads to early formwork removal and collapse. Ignoring mass leads to foundation settlement. One contractor removed formwork after 10 days instead of 14. He ignored time and underestimated force. The result? Huge financial loss and destroyed credibility. Remember, space defines position, time defines change, mass defines resistance, particle simplifies analysis, and force drives everything. When you respect these basics, you don't just build structures, you build safely and intelligently. I'm Khalid, build responsibly.